Manipur joins world in observing the International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking on the theme Addressing Drug Challenges in Health and Humanitarian Crisis. HRA Executive Director Bablu Tongwam says drug issue in the state worsened as a result of drug economy crossing rupees 40 crore, more than the state annual budget. Combined team seizes heroin worth around rupees 1.50 crore in the international market from Vishnupur district's Torbong. Manipur adds one new confirmed case of COVID-19 out of the 40 samples tested in the past 24 hours. Manipur's active cases stands at 11. India adds 15,914 new COVID-19 cases, above 12,000 recoveries and 20 deaths in 24 hours. COVID cases rises to 91,779. Janims becomes the first government hospital in Manipur to perform kidney transplant successfully. And more than 75 acres of paddy field in Kumbi areas submerged as relevant authorities stopped the dredging work of Loktak Lift irrigation canal midway. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Sunday Primetime English Bulletin and I'm KANEL SHAMBANDURAM with you. To stay protected from coronavirus, wash your hands frequently, wear your masks properly and maintain a safe distance from one another. Please remember that the fight against the COVID-19 is not over yet. Now the news in details. The International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking was observed across the state today. This year's theme was Addressing Drug Challenges in Health and Humanitarian Crisis. Chief Minister Nongthombam Bireen inaugurated Anoba Mangal De-Addiction Center at Sunu Sifai, Vishnupur district, marking the day. Anoba Mangal is the first de-addiction center in the state which is directly run by Social Welfare Department, Government of Manipur. The Chief Minister also deposited rupees 205 crore worth disposed rupees 205 crore worth drugs in the international market, which included around 3,000 kilograms of ganja, 14 kilograms of heroin, 20 kilograms of ice drug or crystalled methamphetamine, 104 kilograms of WY tablets, 3,482 kilograms of SP tablets and other illegal drugs as per trialed and post-trialed drug disposal of Manipur. Police at Sunu Sifai Department of State Social Welfare and the Police Department jointly organized the program. Speaking on the occasion, Nongthombam Bireen Singh stated that many unregistered rehabilitation centers are opening in the state without following proper guidelines or procedures as to how the inmates should be treated, and as such, state government felt the need to come up with government-run de-addiction center. Speaking further, the Chief Minister recalled that the state government's war on drug campaign was started in November of 2018 with the aim to save the youths from drug abuse and smuggling of drugs. He informed that during the first term of his government, 1,674 cases related to drug activities had been registered, while 2,104 persons were arrested. Illegal drugs worth around rupees 321 crore in the domestic market were also seized. He continued that 181 cases have been registered with the arrest of 227 persons since the formation of his government for the second term. Drug worth around rupees 589 crore in the international market had also been seized. He also expressed hope that the state would be drug-free soon, considering the support extended by many communities. Social Welfare Minister H. Dingo, Transport Minister Kashim Vashum, the MLA's Additional Chief Secretary V. Vaifei, Director General of Police P. Dongled, along with other top police officials, Social Welfare Department officials and others attended the event.
Handaki hum adore am sathi dori ko case sam ga marhu matoi lesser to me sani ga kuntare hai aduga drug seize to guna 59 crore domestic market aduga international market ni 589 crore eva the parts handle ide ko campus drug ide pur go war ko yaro eba restaurant to go su le me masi drug ide si kana ko loina de ko me Currently, drug addiction is a center in a hanga. Drugs is doing you look at the role of the brand of Chile. I say, but the massive drug addiction is that walk with the trained doctors. Aduga, Gramite of the drug addiction to tackle the water, deal the water, behave the water again. Police are the way for the jail and the The addiction center machine handalaga, we do.
Imphal West District Police marked the International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking in front of the Western Kangla Gate in Imphal West. Imphal West SP KH Sivakanta, who took part in the observance, stressed on the vital role of general public in uprooting drug menace from the state by saying that a drug issue cannot be controlled without the support of people. Speaking further, the SP said police and government alone cannot keep a check on drug problems, thereby making an appeal to the masses to support the initiatives taken by the Chief Minister against drugs. As a part of the occasion, officials of Imphal West District Police Office and police personnel took out a rally from the Western Gate of Kangla holding placard which conveyed messages on "Say No to Drugs."
Not only law enforcement civil society praja any walks of life miam punamak changaga masi thingna honaba punna tawmina bagi mathau tai habdagi message suni sigi business ta yaw singduna isa isana matam chana tokpiro natragadi khoi hojik ti khoi dum phaba khotpa every district ta tawriba singse khoi war on drugs 2.0 gi makhada khoi dum lepalaitena khoi dum changsilli aduna masigi keno sidagi drug ki trafficking aduga abuse ki anise men anise da khoi target toroga khoi sinjaba dumba rally mkhalamni.
CEO of 2nd Manipur Rifle Battalion, Yengkom Victoria, urges non-drug users to influence their friends and companions and help them abstain from using drugs. She was speaking on the sideline of International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking program organized by 2nd Manipur Rifles. She further appealed to the people not to use drugs in open public spaces, while expressing concern over the rising number of drug addicts in the state. She also urged family members not to hide after family members who are drug addicts.
Aduna kaidore 5-6 years da matuma sage hani noi nungsi dana maya as angang se haizari sibo na matuma inbi khidoi ba adai di angang do talap dai haudana mathang ma experiment tawni ngangani ngasagi party da drugs zinari sugum mayam se exposure se yam tina wang khre duna ekhoina matam chana pibiu matam chana attention tobiu ado ngasi jegi tawramba khudimak thadoksi aduga drug awareness se ekhoina mapan gi mi angang sing or public PG gaida ekoi isa se how fit police are we haibase ekoi khandaba numit oise.
A public awareness rally against drug was held on the occasion of International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking. The rally was conducted under the supervision of IGP, CRPF, M&M Sector, CRPF and Commandant of 69th Battalion, Manipuri, SH Vajrang Lal. Health Director Dr. K. Rajo said State Health Department has apprised the North-Eastern Council NEC for starting a rupees 48 crore vote project for establishing a mental hospital at Salamd area of Imphal West. Dr. K. Rajo was speaking in the International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking observance today at the hold of Indian Medical Association IMA in Lumphil Part Imphal. International Mental Health Programme, National Health Mission and Directorate of Health Services Manipur jointly observed today on the theme Addressing Drug Challenges in Health and Humanitarian Crisis. Addressing the event, Dr. K. Rajo stressed on the importance of observing the day and spreading mass awareness on harmful effects of drug to the society and ways to help drug users leading a normal life again.
Mental health hospital ama sanabi dongta koina hanjanna sinna India government propose tawre adu recently so koina amungana NEC da 48 crore propose tawre masi mental hospital ama salamda sananabagi mental health ki hospital da natana masi da drug uses tawriba mayam si ju punna yakoi masi da yemina gneba masi Manipur government ina propose tawre Manipur government hosi yam kanna masi da implement tawnaba masi yam tuna sananabagi government pressure tawri medical minister so no wala mina yakoi tang ama ani swaida meeting ama sumu tawni.
Speaking on the occasion, head of RIMS Secretary Department Dr. R.K. Lenin underlined on people leaving no stone unturned to help drug addicts returning to the mainstream instead of shutting them off. He stressed on family members and society having empathy on drug users, keeping in mind that drug abuse is a kind of ailment. Dr. Lenin reiterated that with the support of Health Directorate, the Regional Research and Coordination Center has been set up at RIMS for treatment of different kinds of drug abuse.
mayumdagi sum launana honarakpada pesa loirakpadagi khanarakpa chainarakpa saunarakpa adudagi muk yaraktadana huran chinthi torokpa adagi migi mapot lorokpa sigumasing lakpadagi makoisi lamhen tuhen boina urakpani aduga BP wangba diabetes na midi adumna pesa huran ba naputa wa ama madu yaudabane maram oirakanda akoina anabane hena accept tobakanda laina thopa asumna khenaba silai manabana silai haibadi drug talai churuba mi singse hanjin laing bagi mathok tai haibasi ahanbada thamjage masi lamen tuen makhakta nate lamen tuen basidi kone yaurakpani ahanbada masi laina ni haibasi ma thamjarage.
Imphal East District Police also marked the International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking. An awareness rally was organized on the theme Shared Drugs Effects Save Life. The rally started from Naharub Thongkong and culminated at Ayangpuli. SP of Imphal East District Police M. Pradeep, Additional SP Law and Order A. Prameshwar, Additional SP Operation K.H. Herajit along with volunteers, civil bodies and local clubs took part in the rally.
Hanajina drug khara mi khara case tawga lermo aduna ta akhoi tuma lalo amada praja maya si yamna utana yopsilaga akhoi drug yonga asun drug service isolate tawga ilini tawga tungana ta halega thakpangam badi pandam do adudu akhoi ke strategy amasung game plan ja koi involve tawga koi khanaraga planaraga si tawga si adre mathum mind of the health of the continuous effort of the
International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking was also observed at Maching Village Community Hall in Manipur. The program was jointly organized by Hope Ministry Rehabilitation Center along with Indian Psychiatric Society Manipur State Branch. Andhra Police Station, in association with Anti-Drug Committee, Andhra Kendra Imphal East District, Manipur, observed the International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking at Andhra Police Station. One day awareness cum sensitization program for investigation of the cases under NDPS Act 1958 for police officers, army personnel was held today in IB complex at More. The program was carried out as a part of International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking. The program was jointly organized by Legal Services to the Victim of Drug Abuse and Eradication Drug Manag under NALSA along with Technopol Police and Manipur State Legal Services Authority. Lieutenant Colonel of 165 INF Battalion TA HNH Assam Nompokanba says the involvement of influential and high-ranking powerful officials among drug cartels has resulted into surge of drug cases in the state, making it a complicated issue. Nompokanba was speaking on the International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking program organized by Peace Institute for Alcoholic and Drug Addiction Center, Khangabok, on Share Drug Facts to Save Life.
Critical stage, critical stage prevalent drug abuse, drug trafficking, drug mafia, drug charitable rampant.
Human Rights Alert Executive Director Bablu Chongbam maintained that the Intelligence Bureau report reveals that drug manag instead has worsened as a result of drug economy crossing rupees 40 crore, which is more than the state annual budget. He stressed on government and masses working sincerely into the fight against drugs. Bablu attended the International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking observance on drug challenges in health and humanitarian crisis today at the MDU Hall in the Imphal. Speaking on the sideline, the human rights activist lamented over the failure of keeping a check on drug uses and selling of drug in the state, even though government has spent many lakhs in observing International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking annually. He asserted that despite the effort, manufacturing, smuggling and abuse of drug alongside illegal poppy cultivation activities have increased in Manipur. Bablu called upon collective efforts in taking a firm decision and fighting against drugs in the state.
Drug economy si Intelligence Bureau ki report ki matungina 40,000 crore yaure na hai. Manipur ki budget se 36,000 crore gaktani. Adunadi Manipur ki sarkar chalai riba, tolo piriba, scheme mayam tauriba, development activities mayam tauriba paisa sidagidi drug ki thomjil laiba paisa sina hena chawna lairaba adum economy amadani akhoina lairi film se. Aduna masigi pot se han gi hamu adum yana na ba chatlagadi Manipur se chahi manga taragi manungdadi
Combined team of Vishnupur District Women Police personnel and personnel of Imphal Police Station led by its OC Johnson nabbed the women along with heroin powder worth around rupees 1.50 crore in the international market. The arrested person is 42-year-old T. Namnehing alias Ling Bam, wife of Pauline Halkipt from the Technopol but currently residing at Lamka village of Chirachandpur. Police made the seizure yesterday based on a reliable intel by Imphal West Police. The teams stationed at Torbung in Vishnupur. The team intercepted T. Namnehing, who was standing at the location with a gunny bag. Upon checking the bag, the heroin powder was found concealed in 60 different swap cases. The arrested, who was handed over to Moirang police station for further legal action.
Drug na samasida soli pa mayam samasida piriba awana saithing ꯀꯅꯥꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯃꯤꯑꯣꯏ ꯈꯨꯖꯣꯛ ꯈꯔꯒꯤ ꯀꯥꯟꯅꯕ ꯅꯠꯇꯅ ꯁꯃꯥꯖꯁꯤꯗ ꯁꯣꯛꯂꯤꯕ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯈꯟꯊꯔꯒ ꯏꯔꯩꯆꯥ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯖꯥꯁꯤꯡꯅ ꯗ꯭ꯔꯒꯀꯤ ꯕꯤꯖꯤꯅꯦꯁꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯈꯣꯡ ꯊꯥꯡꯖꯤꯟꯕꯤꯒꯅꯨ ꯂꯥꯡꯁꯤꯗ ꯊꯨꯔꯕ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯖꯥꯁꯤꯡꯕꯨ ꯀꯜꯍꯧꯅꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯍꯣꯠꯅꯁꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯕꯤꯖꯤꯅꯦꯁ ꯇꯧꯔꯤꯕꯁꯤꯡꯁꯨ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯇꯧꯕꯤꯒꯅꯨ ꯇꯧꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯊꯦꯡꯅꯕ ꯐꯥꯕ ꯂꯩꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯑꯥꯏꯟꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯑꯦꯛꯁꯟ ꯂꯧꯈꯠꯂꯛꯄ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯄꯨꯟꯁꯤ ꯆꯨꯞꯄꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯁꯤꯔꯤꯌꯁ ꯑꯣꯐꯦꯟꯁ ꯑꯃꯅꯤꯅ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯅꯨꯡꯉꯥꯏꯔꯣꯏ.
Manipur added 3 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 out of the 55 samples tested in the past 24 hours. There is no death nor recovered cases. Active cases rise to 10. As per the latest report from State Health Department and COVID-19 Command Control Room, coronavirus has affected 137,254 people and claimed 2,120 lives in the state so far. Total recovered cases are 135,124. Recovery rates remained at 98.45%. Well, now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you updates on coronavirus cases in India and the world. We will be back with details after the break. Until then, keep watching Impact News.
JCIAS MPSC Combined Civil Services Preliminary Exam 2022 course duration Thamanga July Amadagi class Hausarakani. Last date of admission 30 June 2022. Ex-Asian OBC SC ST economically weaker section ki oina 50% fee waiver oizagani ayupung taruk minute tara mga dagina nipan minute tara ga mga fawba class tathajagani. College saliba mahiroi singi oina UPSC MPSC Civil Services Preparatory course sulazari 75% fee waiver for OBC SC ST students. Eligibility 10+2 pass and above 24/7 library ki khudong chaba sulazagani. Ako pamarol 8414823540 natraga 60091-83690 www.jcis.com. New check on Imphal.
Touch the pinnacles of success. Get enrolled to one of the finest schools in Northeast India, UNACO School, Excellence in Education.
Presto Personalized Wonders Imphal da nauna hangdok jare haidiba asida personalized gifts, corporate gifts, awards and mementos, home decor, office rubber stamp na chingba potlamsing mafam asida phangbigani ngasi maglangsing birau Tilak Grass Enterprises Presto Thangal Bazar near Kasturi Thong Imphal. Contact number 0385-244-9025 natraga 98621-00456.
Welcome back after the break. You're watching Sunday Primetime, the English Bulletin. India added 11,739 new COVID-19 cases, 10,917 recoveries and 25 deaths in last 24 hours. As per the latest report of Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, India's COVID-19 active case load stands at 92,576. Total recoveries are 4,27,72,398. Recovery rate stands at 98.58%. That total reaches at 5,24,999. Over 197 crore 8 lakh doses of COVID-19 vaccine have been administered in India so far. Globally, coronavirus has infected above 54 crore 87 lakh 69,000 people. It has claimed about 63 lakh 50,000 people, and recoveries are above 52 crore 37 lakh 9,000. United States of America has the highest active cases of above 33 lakh 5,000 in the world. Joint Committee on Inner Line Permit System JCILPS is set to observe the 7th death anniversary of Sapam Robin Hood at his last right memorial site in Lamjing Maira Ching, which is situated at Awang Ching on July 8. JCILPS made it clear that it will never accept Manipur government's decision to adopt 1961 as best year for ILP. The committee reiterating on adopting ILP best year as 1951. Speaking to media today at Lamjing Maira Ching in Awang Ching, In our watching of Imphal East, JCILPS convener Fulindro Konsant recalled that Sapamt Robin Hood died during a mass protest which demanded the government to implement the inner line permit system. He said it is because of public stare that ILP system is implemented in the state. Fulindro maintained that JCILPS along with the people will launch a series of stare demanding state government to change the ILP best year to 1951 and will submit memorandums to relevant authorities regarding this. Fulindro appealed to one and all to extend financial help to successfully commemorate the death anniversary of Sapamt Robin Hood.
1961 da karo bejer oini haidina tum set cabinet na resolution adopt to bihai to koi strongly koi oppose to assembly na pass or for da cabinet na assembly sing ati mati pitri torga lokkiba adopt to kiba resolve to kiba dum makal gi native people khandok pagi 1961 da dum karo bejer oini hai do mado andok kadabni manipur miam na pam na la ba taliba demand karo bejer 1951 ji oigedabni people convention mayam ama koi hanuslok re hismado reaffirm to na ba amuk kana miam gi adum ba konjel mayam mado koi Lauraga, Makal Makaka, koi memorandum pini kante, pressure pini kante, koi mamma koi sanction hini, some death anniversary say, Yamnam Fabama, when about Miam da a Hajari.
Uripog Apunbalup today expressed condolence on the demise of the wrong-bummed Puina Chandra from Uripog Chirab Panchai Maning, who had served as a former football coach for youth affairs and sports and who also had served as principal in charge in the National Sports Academy. Janims Hospital has become the first government hospital in Manipur to carry out kidney transplant, as 3 persons successfully underwent the kidney transplant surgery in the hospital. Interacting with the patients who underwent the transplant recently in Janims, Chief Minister Nongthawan Birane today lauded achievement of the transplant team. The Chief Minister said the Janims Hospital announced a cash award of rupees 5 lakh for the team of doctors who carried out the transplant. Chief Minister also assured to provide necessary infrastructures to facilitate more such transplant in Janims. Nongthawan Birane expressed concern over the rising case of kidney ailments in the state. He maintained that government has also taken the initiative to treat the kidney patient through health schemes under PMJAY free of cost.
Moi ahumsi kidney successfully transplant torkanda amadi ngasai kaksingi bikram jeting asi hospital degi release tore yam nungai bamna hairiba patient ahum maksi honorable prime minister gi ayushman bharat card ki rupa lakh manga gi free da layeng ba dugi mateng na free of cost transplant tobuni aduga magi da scheme yaw do basing na khoi si minister gi haksel gi tengba na cover torga ani si tu na seminar ga tobuni aduna manipur gi miyam punamakta state government na lokholaiba lairba praja leite lairba wana taba praja singi ga tawjari ba post da
Speaking on the occasion, Director of Janims, Professor L. Devan, said Janims has planned to provide treatment for various complicated ailments including cancer.
Honorable Chief Minister ki mi makhada khoi gi cancer gi hospital Karkino sendra group amgi makhada khoi saba hogjare mai tor Manipur leiba cancer gi anaba aduga masida makhal khuding gi heart ki neuro gi mai tokdana mayam singja khoi Janims ta punna hangdokna na ba Manipur leiba praja khuding da kana na ba phangna na ba loina endocrine gi su haibidi diabetic na ba suma mayam ski su Honorable Chief Minister ki lising makhada khoi je hangdokna na ba kan hona jari.
Chief Minister Nongthawan Birane says a meeting will be convened with officials of Agriculture Department tomorrow to solve the problem of shortage of fertilizers in the state, to chalk out a plan to easily distribute the fertilizers to farmers of the state. The Chief Minister said this on the sideline of the program at Janims today. He said a meeting will be held with Agriculture Minister along with officials of Agriculture Department to discuss plans about distribution of fertilizers through local MLAs or through other viable means. Replying to media regarding reports on smuggle fertilizers at Sangai Kod in Churachandpur, and Birain said state government did not own the smuggled fertilizers. It belongs to private dealers who brought the fertilizers from outside the state and was trying to slip it to Myanmar. He assured that government will keep the check on such incident in future.
Urea si farmer ni haraga lauraga moina black ta yon thupagi potsu leiba aduna farmer sing sigi details se sang khomna bo khona bada poina wari si su leitaba yawido haidi salaga uba khotpa adugi mayam dugi grievances khara ure aduna hayeng mak agriculture minister aduga tai leiriba mayam minister MLA sing punna meeting tawra kanda thuba matamda MLA gi khutang da oiro kari da oiro kamai taro yehon chige do imadugi step laurani dealers sing adagi leibi gi hanbase it is very unfortunate madugi matang da koi ada ministry wari sarakanda ta sengna sugumba yam tangai totally government private agencies
More than 75 acres of agricultural land at Kumbi, Lotombi and Kumbi Saitond are submerged in water. As relevant authorities stopped the dredging work of Loktak lift irrigation canal midway, leaving farmers of the areas in a vulnerable situation. Speaking in this regard, former Vice Chairperson of Kumbi Municipal Council, Wahengbam Bobby Chand Luang, said that agricultural land situated at low-lying Kumbi, Loktombi, Lokond and Kumbi Saitond Maning Lokond are inundated due to heavy rainfall, and the unfinished dredging work of the Loktak lift irrigation canal had further worsened the condition. Some farmers have already sown paddies twice this season, but their fields was also submerged in the earlier rain spell as well. Therefore, farmers of the areas have drawn the attention of the government to initiate the dredging work of the canal in view that cultivation of paddy is time-bound. The farmers have appealed the relevant authorities to immediately start the cleaning of canal stretch from the crossing culvert at the Kumbi Saitond Mayai Lambi and its southward stretch till the Kumbi Khuga River. They also demanded to dredge Kumbi Lotombi Mayai canals so that water can be drained out from the currently submerged Kumbi Lotombi Lokond.
Lotombi Lokonda hojik ising thugdiliba si maruina Loktak lift irrigation matam sangla function tongba thugdilag leiruba akoi elai kenen mari lase akoi paliba lenga asina yam phajana tobir kanda akoi yamna harauna leramani aduga laibak thibadi mayai lambi gi khongi khongthuk he pakha thangda 7 kilometer ama makhai ani faringchip mu se tingbiram da maram morkalda deba lenga sigi mari leleba singna akoi Loktak lift irrigation yam phajana akoi moirang lombi tingni ko potse si awat pasaru akoi gi Kumbi Saitond me lebi de Khuga Turien bogi marka lei ba kilometer ama makhai ani muki kanu ji amtang tengbiraga di lomi ekoina lomi myang mu chinjarga lenga ki puru chinjini.
Border Area Fraternity Association, Eastern Border Area Development Agency, Directorate of Horticulture and Soil Conservation, along with MAPI Councils, jointly organized a one-day awareness cum training program on horticulture farming at Punom Ram village under Kasom subdivision, Kamjong district. Representative of 11 villages under the jurisdiction of the Border Area Fraternity Association took part in the program. Taking part in the program, Project Director of Eastern Border Areas Development Agency and Loya Lakpa said the Border Area Fraternity Association has been encouraging villagers residing along the Indo-Myanmar border from Chandal to Ukrul's Karasom to participate and practice alternative farming instead of duum cultivation and poppy, besides striving for enhancing infrastructure in the region.
Hills people interact tawagi tanjama pibasida akoi ibadaga su yamna mari leinaba ferry de leiba khungang khara akoina project cover tawdana su leijabani akoina su makha taba program paikhatke haidana mogi inconvenience mayam se akoina collect tawjare department singna akoi bu smaina organize tawbina naba senthang oisanu moral oisanu physical oisanu mateng pangbira akoina mapi council amadi bafa leiriba lamdam sigi organization khungang 11 semba khungang sing sigi parja ngasi interact tawbo phangjab yamna aikoi thagalle.
SMS of KVK Ukrul, Dr. N. Ajit Kumar said elaborate on the harmful effects of duum cultivation to the locals.
Part mayamsi akoina handak lakpasina ahanbani haiba mokoi ama pau hairei masina spark singsi tasingna akoina su group team semjariba team sina akoina khanjabasi kachin koya yauba ngamdraba mafamjingda khatana akoina chatlaga sigumba problem mayam kari face story kanana kari watni haibase akoina yengsilaga moigi kamai tara pothok puthok sige lau singubagi matangda natraga koi horticulture gi matangda ko pochai thapagi matangda adigi kana kari tharaga phagani haibase akoina mathang
33 students from schools and colleges along with the 4 teachers from Manipur left Imphal today for a 6-day trip to Madhya Pradesh. The journey was flagged off from Manipur Institute of Technology today as a part of the actions programmed under Ek Bharat Shrestha Bharat. The team will visit sewage treatment and bio-C&G plant in Indore and also carried out cultural actions visit to the city of Temple, Ujjain, alongside visiting the sport academy in Indore along with sporting events. BJP National Executive Member I. Mangiton expressed confidence that the NDA's presidential candidate Draupadi Murmu will get support from the opposition parties in Manipur and will be elected as the new president. I. Mangiton was speaking at the inaugural event of a newly constructed building of Local Development Association and a public storeroom of Singlupt in the Waitont Mayai Laikai being constructed under MGNREGA 2021-2022 financial year.
Manipur da thoidokpa akaiba leite akoina adum namdana akoina adum moin oigani state da koi out of 60 state da koi 32 lei support to MLA ga punjal ga 47 gum lei ade loina na akoi opposition de gi jo akoi khara adum phangni na akoina adum asa tawi
ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯏꯄꯥ ꯏꯄꯨ ꯍꯥꯛꯇꯛꯇꯒꯤ ꯄꯨꯔꯅꯤꯃꯥ ꯃꯔꯨꯞ ꯊꯥꯁꯤ ꯃꯔꯨꯞ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯇꯧꯔꯝꯕꯗꯒꯤ ꯉꯁꯤꯗꯤ ꯂꯩꯀꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯁꯤꯡꯂꯨꯞ ꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯂꯩꯔꯕ ꯁꯤꯡꯂꯨꯞ ꯍꯥꯏꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯄꯥꯡꯒꯜ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯀꯜꯍꯟꯕꯒꯤ ꯃꯁꯛ ꯑꯃ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯕ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯁꯤꯡꯂꯨꯞꯁꯦ ꯑꯍꯜ ꯂꯃꯟꯁꯤꯡꯅ ꯑꯅꯝꯕꯅ ꯊꯧ ꯄꯨꯕꯤꯕ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯊꯧ ꯄꯨꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯦ ꯊꯧꯗꯣꯛ ꯀꯌꯥ ꯑꯃ ꯁꯥꯈꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯈ꯭ꯔꯕꯅꯤ ꯑꯐꯕ ꯐꯠꯇꯕ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯇꯥꯛꯄꯤꯒꯗꯧꯔꯤꯕꯅꯤ ꯇꯝꯕꯤꯒꯗꯧꯔꯤꯕꯅꯤ.
Manipuri translation of the classic novels Wuthering Heights, originally written by Amne Brunt, was released today at Manipur Press Club. Haikrujam Shyam Sundar translated the novel. Speaking on the occasion, Principal of Imphal College Morangthem Priyavata highlighted the essence of the classic novels. Now the news from the world of sports. Manipur players who won medals, teamed manager, coach and even every participating players in the 44th National Armed Wrestling Championship held in Hyderabad and Telangana was accorded a warm welcome during a reception program organized by Manipur Armed Wrestling Association at the Kongpal Khetri Irangfamd, Hong Kong Community Hall today. Manipur won a total of 21 medals, including 9 gold, 7 silver and 5 bronze.
Say Karadi Matunga, they are quite young. Covid Kalaiba, Malayba, Mayam Hina, Koikara, Marai, Chaiteru, Tigumba, Kusana, Si, Mombarintana, Moni, and Engapa, Aduga, Nomalium Guena, I'm racing the Poki, but say Yanki, Pogis right today. Amona, Manipurazu, Hanagi Momentum Du Yona, a Koikisana racing, a Kointin, a Sangatan, Marai, Kitan Chaiteroba, a Manipugi, arm racing Kusana, Amona, Bar Broxegi, Senda, Soba, Koisaruga, Angani, Malim Gitaka, Koiso, and the Saruga, Angani, and Taze, Sarkar. Well,
that's all we have in this bulletin, but before we wind up, let's take a glimpse at the headlines once again. Manipur joins the world in observing the International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking onto the theme addressing drug challenges in health and humanitarian crisis. Human rights activist, Executive Director Bablu Chomwam says drug issues in the state worsened as a result of drug economy crossing rupees 40 crore, more than the state annual budget. Combined team sees heroin worth around rupees 1.50 crore in the international market from the Vishnupur district, Torbong. Manipur adds 1 new confirmed case of COVID-19 out of the 40 samples tested in the past 24 hours. Manipur's active cases stands at 11. India adds 15,940 new COVID-19 cases, above 12,000 recoveries and 20 deaths in 24 hours. COVID cases rises to 91,779. Jennings becomes the first government hospital in Manipur to perform kidney transplant successfully. And more than 75 acres of paddy field in the Kumbi area submerged as relevant authorities stopped to the dredging work of Loktag lift irrigation canal Bulletin. Well, thank you so much for being with us. Coming up next is Prime Time to Manipuri Bulletin. In the meantime, for more news and information, please do not hesitate to follow Impact TV on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and YouTube. Until then, have a great Sunday evening and always stay safe.
Shri Shri Gaurachandraya Namaha Purvashram da Aigi Sahadharmini Brahmachari Mayum Ningol Lai Khuram Ombi Jayalata Devi na Mahakinu Shijaraba Imung Manung Shagai Natei Maruk Mapang Kwai Pumnamak Puthadok Lamlaga Haukiba Jun Kungani Thoida Shri Guru Gi Kripadagi Base Olaga Shri Krishna Chaitanya Jayananda Dasi